Hi, my name is Brian Norton, and I'm the director of INDATA, the Indiana Assistive Technology Act program. This past year, we started an innovative program in coordination with Indiana Vocational Rehabilitation to provide digital literacy assessments for job seekers with disabilities. As technology continues to become more ingrained in everyday life, the importance of digital literacy skills is becoming increasingly apparent. In recent legislation, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA, highlighted the importance of digital literacy as a critical need among those with disabilities who are unemployed. This program provides a series of skill-based, online proctored digital literacy assessments focused on 3 areas: essential computer skills, essential software skills, and using technology in everyday life. A variety of platforms and methods are used for testing, and testing is tailored to meet the needs and vocational goals of each individual. Once the assessments are complete, a personalized digital skills inventory is developed and potential gap areas are identified, and recommendations are made to close those gaps. Recommendations may include self-directed learning from online resources, courses at community colleges, computer training centers, or customized digital skills for those in need of a more focused one-on-one approach. As we work with folks, a significant emphasis is put on making sure participants have access to the right tools and supports while taking assessments, as this directly impacts outcomes. With this in mind, supports are provided through the INDATA Loan Library for users of assistive technology. So far, 40 individuals have participated in the program. Average testing time is 3.5 hours, and many of the participants are currently receiving training to bolster their skills in the areas of need.
The DC Assistive Technology Program presents One Big Thing. Our One Big Thing is the DC ATP Smart Home exhibit, presented in collaboration with the DC Public Library. The DC Assistive Technology Program held our first Smart Home exhibit in July 2022. The Smart Home exhibit allowed individuals with disabilities, providers, and caregivers to learn about and interact with smart home devices and digital voice assistants, such as Alexa. Visitors learned how smart home technology can make one more efficient, organized, and independent with home management tasks, facilitate communication with others, and provide recreational activities. Some of the featured devices included the Casa Smart Light Bulb, companion pets, the Hero medication dispenser, the Dose Flip Smart Pill Box, the Echo Show 15, and the Tile GPS tracker.
Amazon, find my keys.
Should I ring keys?
Yes.
Let me try to ring the keys.
Yes.
You can view the full video on our smart home page at www.atpdc.org.
Hi, State AT Programs. This is Angela Standridge, the Director of the Texas Technology Access Program, here to share our One Big Thing. I would like to share about the Christopher and Dana Reeve Quality of Life Grant we received to support accessible video gaming in Texas. We added gadgets to our loan closet. We had a very steep learning curve on how to use those gadgets. We did outreach and training for accessible video gaming. We got some additional gadgets from Able Gamers. We attended Comic Palooza in Houston, had a booth that was donated in the exhibit hall, and did a session on accessible gaming. Literally tens of thousands of people come to that conference. There were a lot of mainstream folks that thought it was really cool And there were a lot of individuals with disabilities that came by and checked out our setup, and a lot of professionals were very excited to see it as well. I have two cool stories to share with you regarding our grant. The first has to do with the picture you see in the background. So this was the Abilities Expo in Houston, and we had some of our accessible video gaming gadgets out. And those are two brothers that are playing with Copilot. So the one brother, who's a bit more able-bodied, is doing the controller and moving the targeting tool around. And the other brother, who has a physical disability, is firing snowballs at abominable snowmen. So it's a video game, right? So the coolest thing about it is the whole time they're playing, the banter was just like any banter that you would hear with two brothers playing video games. It was truly one of those moments when you think, yep, this is the coolest job ever. Then the second story I have to tell you is about a demonstration I did for a young man whose father had recently had a stroke. He wanted to play video games with him. He happened to be an engineering student at the University of Texas, where we're housed. So we did a demonstration on the gadgets in general, and then a follow-up demonstration a little bit later. Well, long story short, he is an engineer in a master's program, and for his master's project, he worked on accessible gaming gadgets and created some of his own, and used some of our tools to make video gaming more accessible for his dad, so they are able to play video games now. And here's the funny thing. The coolest thing that he got from us that he applied wasn't any of the complex adaptive technology or special settings in the software. There's little adapters you can put on the ends of the joysticks on a controller. And I found some concave little rubber clear silicone controllers that kind of hold your thumbs in the joysticks. And that simple adaptation, which is just a mainstream purchase from Walmart, was what actually made some of the biggest difference for his dad. So keep it simple, right? And that's our one big thing.
I'm Philip Seiler, the director of the Vermont Assistive Technology Program.
And I'm Quimby McClellan, one of the program's assistive technology consultants. My background in occupational therapy allowed us to connect with Victoria Pergance and the new occupational therapy doctorate program at the University of Vermont. As a result, we've entered into a partnership with them, and we are helping them equip a build out of a new campus space to highlight accessible living and assistive technology.
With our technical knowledge and their hands-on learning expertise, we will create a vibrant space for all Vermonters. Here's Victoria with more on how the space will be utilized.
And the whole reason we wanted to do this smart apartment is because we want people from the community to have a space come in, test different things out. It can be low tech, it can be high tech, but before they spend any money on something, we want them in an environment that will feel somewhat similar to their environment to see what works and what doesn't work for them. So we do envision doing these community events where we have people from the community, it's almost like an open house, come in and try out some stuff, test some stuff out and see what works for you. And that was a big reason we wanted to design the apartment.
The Vermont Assistive Technology Program will also offer many hands-on learning opportunities for the occupational therapy doctorate students. Those that are interested will learn the breadth and the benefits of assistive technology.
We're so excited about this partnership and empowering Vermonters to live more independently using assistive technology and accessibility. Look for build updates on our YouTube channel in the coming year. Thanks for your time.
We hit a milestone in 2020 when we added this vehicle to our Salt Lake City location. It was great. Now we could deliver devices to people who had a harder time getting around town, and it got us thinking, what about rural Utah? So many of our services in our state still require people to physically come into an office before they can try out assistive technology. We have a demonstration and loan library in Logan and another one in the Uinta Basin, but that leaves a whole lot of Utah out of reach. Meanwhile, we've gotten some great new tech. devices to help with tremors, a device that washes windows. Wouldn't it be great if we could bring some of these cool new things to people who live far away? They could try them out and know if the device would work for them before they buy it. So our director, Bora Lee, wrote a grant. Now we've ordered a van for a mobile AT unit. Remember the old bookmobile? It'll be like that, but for assistive technology. Stay tuned, Utah. Our new wheels arrive soon.